vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. As a volunteer, you deliver a hot, nutritious meal and a friendly hello to someone just like your mother, grandfather, or next door neighbor. These seniors are inspiring people with incredible stories to share, and they love to see you. The smiles you get back are priceless. Delivering with Meals on Wheels is easy, and you don't have to drive like me for it to be quick. You can volunteer your lunch break once a week or just once a month. With 1 in 6 seniors facing hunger and many more living in isolation, your lunch break can make a real difference. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
See you in Pittsburgh. Can't wait.
All the band is out on the field. He's going to go into the end zone. He's going to go out of bounds.
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. Caught it. Dwight Clark.
You're tuned into Game On with Josh Silverberg.
Game on!
Talking all things sports. It's
Game on! Yeah, game on!
Game On right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Oh, yes, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday to all of you out there, and happy start to the NFL season. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Josh Silverberg, joining you every single Friday, hoping from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, tonight we're going to be on from 6:35 to, I guess, 7:15. We're going to go that route. You can follow us, of course, at worldwidesportsradio.com. We're on X, as they call it now, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Spotify, that and so much more. Jam-packed show we have for you. I'm psyched. Speedy's going to join us. We're going to do picks. We're going to get everything. We're going to get into last night's game, but we have a special guest host with me. Bring him on in. Snug's going to fall off his chair.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, look who's back, ladies and gentlemen. Lyle Gillen. Lyle is back. He's back on the network.
Yes, I am.
He is back. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy for the weekend. Can't wait to talk some football. And it's going to be a lot of fun this year, I think, for the New York Jets.
Oh, well, we hope so. Well, some of us here at the network do. On my screen, I'm lagging a little bit, but on the feed on Facebook, I look fine. There we go. Something's going on. There we go. I'm back. Okay, we have a lot to get into. We'll do a little bit. We'll try to get into a little AEW conversation about CM Punk being fired a little bit later on in the show. We'll do that during the buzzer beater. We're going to get into our picks. We're going to do a little bit, maybe do some over-under. You heard the high-pitched voice from me. I'm psyched about this. I love this time, man. I usually hate this time of the year because I know the Jets are going to suck, and they still might. But I'm just hyped now because everybody's 0-0 except for two teams. That's the cool thing. And I want to get into last night's game, and we'll get Speedy on with us in a little bit as well. I know he was on. He did the sports loud mouth with Speedy Petey. We're going to get into that a little bit later, of course. Let's get into last night's game and what we watched and what we witnessed last night. Okay, so the banner is raised. It's great, right? The Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, two-time Super Bowl champion. Did you know Patrick Mahomes has never played a road playoff game in his life except for the Super Bowl?
I believe it.
And here's what we learned last night. We learned two things. One, the Kansas City Chiefs defense is you honestly can't even really fault them that much because one of them was a supposedly pick six, which it was not Patrick Mahomes' fault. Let's just get that out of the way. It was not his fault for that pick six. That's number one. And number two, what we are also going to get into is the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs really miss Chris Jones. They miss it. They miss Chris Jones, and you might hear Caleb in the background. He might make an appearance later on a little bit, maybe possibly. We'll see. They miss Chris Jones a lot. We saw that last night. There was a lack of pass rush. Now, look, the Detroit Lions have one of the better offensive lines in football. Okay, that has to be said. Amari St. Brown is going to be a stud at wide receiver. Jared Goff is a good leader for that offense. And by the way, Jahmyr Gibbs, by the way, legit. Legit. They just need to play him more. Okay? They have to play Gibbs more. Now they have Singletary too. So they have a very formidable 1-2 punch with both Gibbs and Singletary.
They were a very fun team to watch last year.
They and that was the thing. And it stinks. They weren't able to make the playoffs because everything that fell to them, Seattle winning and all that stuff. But you got to give Dan Campbell this, the Mr. Bite Your Kneecap off kind of guy. And the thing is, I'm starting to, I don't want to say believe in all the hype of the Detroit Lions. Now, look, they're in a very winnable division, okay? The NFC North is very much up for grabs. We want to see what the Green Bay Packers are with Jordan Love. I personally think, and it's me, and I've said this on the show, Speedy can attest to this, I think Jordan Love's going to be a very good quarterback. I think he's in a very good system with LaFleur. He's got Christian Watson, although we'll see if he plays this week. I think, and the Packers, I don't know what happened to that defense last year. That is a top 10, top 5 defense, and it should be on paper.
There's only one question about Jordan Love.
Go for it.
In 15 years, will he also play for the Jets?
Oh, but the way the track record's gone, possibility. I mean, it depends on how he is. No, but I think, and here's the other thing too. We can't just discredit. Jordan Love's going to have help at the running back position with Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. Can't dismiss that. They're going to rely a lot on that defense. Jordan Love is going to be very good for LaFleur's system. I very much believe in what LaFleur is trying to do there. Obviously, we know how everything ended. Snug's asking what my dad thinks. My dad thinks the Packers are going to be good this year. You have the Chicago Bears. Everybody was believing in the hype in Justin Fields. They got some good weapons. They got DJ Moore from Carolina. You have Claypool there. They have some weapons now for Fields, who they did not have for him last year. And you have they did overpay for Tremaine Edmonds. They did, which I was trying to figure out why they went that route, because they had Speedy. Who was it that traded to Baltimore? Was it Floyd? If I'm not mistaken, it could be Floyd. Right there. I'm going to move my screen over here. And then, of course, you have the Minnesota Vikings, who I don't think are going to get lucky as last year. Now, they were 11-0 in close games last year. No more Dalvin Cook. Now, they still have a nice running back system. You have Justin Jefferson, who's the best receiver in football. You know that. And you bring in Brian Flores as the defensive coordinator for the Vikings. You would like to think, they still have Darnell Hunter there. You would like to think that the Vikings are still going to be a formidable team because you brought in Flores. That division is wide open. And everybody's saying, I can't believe the Lions won. Frankie said, I can't believe the Lions won last night. I'm not surprised.
No, not at all.
Chris Jones. Patrick Mahomes can only do so much. There's only so much any quarterback can do. When you lose Travis Kelce, who is his safety blanket, listen, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 9. Who's he going to every single time in the middle of the field?
Always Kelce.
It's always Kelce. Doesn't make a difference.
How long was he out for?
It's a bone bruise. I would think probably this week, and because it is a Thursday night game, think of it as like an extra bye week for him as well. So they're going to play next Sunday. Now they're going to play Jacksonville next Sunday, who I think is going to be a good team too. So they have to have him ready for that. When let's call it like it is. On who's to blame for the game last night? It is Kadarius Toney. It is completely on Kadarius Toney, dropping 4 passes. One of them causing a pick 6, which, by the way, they need to get rid of that stat with the pick 6 thing. They need to kind of change that up. If it's off the receiver's hands, I don't think it should count as a pick 6 on the quarterback. I don't. Because the quarterback makes a precise, perfect throw right in the receiver's chest. That should be an easy catch. He also dropped it, I believe, what it was, 3rd and 12. He had a throw, Tony dropped it, which
I think that's tough to do. I think that's tough because it's going to be scored as an interception, and I think it's very you can't really weigh the interception statistics.
No, of course. Well, I mean, we say that, but then again, everybody's so analytical nowadays, right? Everybody's going on Pro Football Focus and doing everything. I feel like the nerds can do anything to change things up. That's how we
Everybody wants to make every sport baseball, apparently now.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, it's all analytics, and it's all it comes to the point. I mean, look, the Jets signed Dalvin Cook. The analytics showed that because of Breece Hall's knee injury last year, being at the specifics of him not being 100% from an ACL injury, the trajectory shows, even though he's showing signs and everything of being good, the Jets signed Dalvin Cook to take the load off of Breece Hall, and the trajectory shows that because of the injury, the percentage of coming back after 1 year, I think, was extremely, extremely low. Like, ask Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is one of the best backs in football. It took Barkley almost 1.5 years to come back from that injury. So you have to take it slow and easy with certain guys. Mahomes can only do so much last night. If I did the show last night, I would have picked the Lions to win the game last night. Easy. The line moved when Kelsey was announced out. The line moved from 6.5 to 4.5. Everybody was jumping on the Lions at that point. Vegas was begging to take the Lions on the money line and everything like that. You could take the points too if you wanted. But to me, I felt what I saw last night. Now, I'm not going to stand here and say, oh, that's it. The Lions are going to win 11 games this year. They're a juggernaut. That's it. They're in it. I don't think they're there yet. Do they have a shot at winning this division? 100% they do. It's not even close. But there's still some things you want to see. But what they did last night was a huge stepping stone and everything like that. And we're also going to do some over-under. Speedy, if you want to get that ready for me, if you want to do the over-under thing, Speedy, a little bit later, if you want to pick some teams for over-unders, Lyle, myself, and you will pick some over-unders for wins. If you could do that, Speedy, whenever you have an opportunity. But go on, Lyle.
So you really made out that each team can win that division. So who do you think will end up winning it?
I think it would be Detroit. I think it's going to be Detroit. I think to win that division, I think it's going to take 10 games to win that division. It'll take 10 games.
You don't think the Vikings win 10 games?
No, I don't. Because here's the thing. There's no way. They went 11-0 in close games last year. I think it was 7 points and under. They went 11-0. Dude, they went to Buffalo and stole that game. They were getting pounded in Buffalo. Hitting against Miami. They should have lost the Miami game. Dude, they should have lost the Jet game. If Barrios catches the ball. That's 3 games right there. They should not have won last year.
There's no way they're
going to win a game like they did against Buffalo last year.
Good teams find ways to win, though. Like that in every sport.
What about the Colts game? It was the biggest comeback in, I think, NFL regular season history. Like, I do that all the time. That can't happen. That's 4 games.
That won't happen, but
that's where you have to see it. And the thing is with Minnesota, listen, and I understand where you're coming from, Lyle, 100%. Minnesota still has talent on that team.
I don't see them losing winning less than 10 games. I don't think so.
I can see them going 9-8.
No. Honestly, I don't think the Packers are going to be very good. I think 7-10 is their ceiling.
That's pretty good for Green Bay, considering all the
crap.
Is,
yes, but I think that's their ceiling. And I think the Bears will be right around that same record. I think Vikings and Detroit are both going to make the playoffs, and I think Vikings are going to win division.
Hold on, I want to pull up the Vikings schedule, and then I'm
actually looking at that right now. Buccaneers, Eagles, Chargers. So you want to do one by one? Okay, we have Buccaneers. You said win, right?
You have to win.
I'll say then Eagles. I'll say they're going to lose that game.
That's a loss.
They have a terrible pass defense. Chargers. I'll say they'll lose that too.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 1 and 2.
Panthers. They're going to win that one probably.
They should. Kansas City lost.
Kansas City lost. Yeah.
At Chicago. That's a tough one. Because I got to see how Chicago does with Fields in this offense now.
It depends. And, Fields had some injury problems last year. I think he did the year before too, right?
His rookie year a little bit, but here's the thing. No, the thing of it is, one, his offensive line is not great, and two, the issue Fields has had the last since he's been in the league, and Speedy, you tell me if I'm wrong here with this too, he's never had anybody to throw the football to. Now he's got DJ Moore, who's an excellent receiver. Arguably top.
Yeah. But, it's going to depend. We're assuming he will be able to use them.
But let me ask you, so
I'm going to tell you right now, he's so good with his legs. I don't see him taking that away and going more towards the receiver. And he's a very skinny guy. He is. And when you don't have that good of an offensive line, you have to use your legs. And the problem, I think, is, and that's my biggest worry with that style of quarterback.
And my dad texted Van Lyle. He said the Packers are going 7-10.
That's my biggest worry with a quarterback like that is their legs always go out first.
All right. Let me look at the Packers schedule. Let me pull this up. I like the Packers schedule. I like it a lot. At Chicago, I can see them winning that game. They always beat the Bears. At Atlanta, I can see that a win. Home against the Saints, I can see that being a win. Home against Detroit, that'll be tough. At Raiders, I think they could win that. At Denver, I could see a loss. So I have 3-2 right now. Home against Minnesota, I could see a win. Home against the Rams. At Pittsburgh, loss. Home against the Chargers. At Detroit. Home against the Chiefs. At the Giants.
They're going to beat the Giants. They're going to beat the Giants. Giants are going to be good this year.
I think the Giants will be good.
No, they're going to come flying right back down to
tough
earth.
schedule.
They're going to come right back down to earth. They're going to come right back down.
Their schedule's tough.
But they're relying on an aging running back. That's my thing. They're relying on Saquon Barkley, who at the end of the day is nearing 30, and that's kind of the limit for a running back.
He's 26.
I thought he was 28.
No, he's 26. Barkley's good. Barkley's good. They got Waller. They got Waller at tight end.
I'm not sold on Daniel Jones.
And they got I like Daniel.
I think that's going to be a terrible contract, and I think this year they're going to look at that and they're immediately going to be talking, wow, we need to get out of that contract. I think that's going to be a really, really bad contract. I think he was a guy who had one good year in a contract year, and they paid him for that one good year. And I think at the end of this contract, they're going to at the end of this season, they're really going to be trying to figure out a way to immediately get out of it. And I think it's a mistake.
Let's do this.
Passing league, and he had 15 passing touchdowns last year. I don't think you can look at that statistically and judge him on being this quarterback worth that contract that he got.
Here's the thing: the NFC North is wide open.
It is.
And then you look at other divisions, right? Like you look at the AFC South. Like the Jacksonville Jaguars should go 6-0. They should go 6-0. Easily. You got the Texans twice. The Jaguars should win over 10 games.
Yeah, they should.
That's 6 games right there. Tennessee, Indianapolis, Houston. That's 6 games right there. You should win. I like Trevor Lawrence. I like where they're going with that. Where's Speedy? Speedy, you there?
I can be, and I'm about to be on camera. There you go.
That's it. Put yourself on camera, son. There he is. All right.
Speedy using the potato of a computer.
Speedy, did
no,
you?
No, this is my camera's not on the potato, Lyle.
Speedy,
Okay.
My editing is on the potato.
Did you get any over-unders for any teams?
Yeah, which ones do you which games you want for that?
Run me, I want you to give me 6 or 8. Let's do 6. Give me 6 different teams randomly that are going to be tough. And we'll pick.
Oh wait, you want the win total over unders or
the win total? The win.
Oh, whoops, I had the wrong one. Sorry, I think.
Okay, that's okay. You go back. That's okay. He's fine. All right, so Speedy, while you're setting that up, you can multitask, right? Speedy, you're good at doing
I'm searching it. Hold on.
Okay. While you're doing that,
over
all right,
under.
we're gonna do. There's a lot of football going on. This is jam. I'm hyped about this show, man. I do. Watch the Jets will lose Monday night. I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I think they're gonna be good for that game.
I hope
Crowd's
so.
gonna be hopping. It's gonna be.
Listen,
They're gonna be hyped up. It's
all
gonna be a good.
all about on
No
the field.
Von Miller is gonna be huge for the Jets.
All right, let's do some games.
We'll talk later. We'll talk about that game later.
Yes, let's do some
All right.
games.
So which teams you want? 6 teams for?
Pick 6 teams that are going to be close, over, under.
Okay. Let's start
And
with
give me interesting ones. Like give me Jacksonville. Give me Pittsburgh.
Jacksonville.
Give me-
All right. Let's say Jacksonville. Over 9.5.
Oh, that's
Over.
an over. That's an over.
I'm
That's an
gonna say
over.
12.
That's 6 wins alone in that
12.
division. If the Jaguars go any less than 5-1 because they have a slip up, possibly, it's a sham. Trevor Lawrence is on the rise. They have a Super Bowl winning head coach in Doug Peterson. They're getting back. They get Calvin Ridley on the team this year. Christian Kirk had a nice season last year. I like this defense and what they're building. You saw what they did. I like the over. That's an easy one for me on that one. Lyle, you would agree with the over on that one?
Oh,
Speed?
100%, yeah.
All right. How about this one? The New Orleans Saints over 9.5 or under.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is. But
That's
they don't have a
hard
good
one.
division. They don't have a good division, too. They're another one of those that,
Well,
like,
that's why I
it's
think a
gonna be
team like
tight,
Atlanta.
but, a team that goes 8-9 could win that division.
See, that's the thing. Well, see, that's the thing. I feel
I don't
like
think
a team-
this year though.
I don't know about that. I feel like Atlanta is going to be sneaky. Atlanta is going to be very sneaky because they have a
It's
good
gonna depend-
offensive line.
depend
They
on the
got
quarterback.
John Robinson. They got Drake London. They have nice playmakers on that team.
They do. They do.
And,
I do like
and
some
the
of their-
thing is, Arthur Smith's going to put Arthur Smith. I feel like is a good head coach that goes under the radar. That's going to put Desmond Ridder in good situations. They have Kyle Pitts. Let's not forget that he's a safety blanket for Ridder. Bijan Robinson, Speedy, you saw it with fantasy. He's top 5 running back on every fantasy website now.
Mhm.
They believe in him. And I think the defense will do enough. They're in a dome. That helps them a lot. To me, I don't know how good the Saints are going to be because I don't know what Carr is. That's where I'm like trying to figure out. They have a great defense. I don't trust Dennis Allen as the head coach. I don't. I think he's.
I think they're winning that game. What you said was that division. I mean, you said they're 9.5 over under.
Saints, yes.
I'll say over.
Yeah, Falcons were 8.5 for that.
Yes, yeah, I would go over by maybe like a game.
I'll say
Maybe.
under on the Falcons.
But the thing is, the Saints' schedule is interesting too, right? Isn't it pretty tough? Or no, it's easy.
No, they have the AFC South. The NFC South schedule
Oh,
is pretty easy combination. They got the AFC South and NFC North. So
That's right.
that's why I think Lyle, you're saying
they
like
could win 10,
an 8-9 team could win the division. I don't think that's the case this year. I think you're gonna have to probably win 10 or 11.
No, that's a
That's
good point.
that schedule is so weak for those NFC South teams this year. It's crazy. Give me 4 more.
All right, Ravens 10.5.
Oh, I love that. It's in a tough division too. Oh, I like Baltimore too. They got good weapons for Lamar this year,
Well, it's
and Lamar's going to be
we
right.
gotta see what OBJ and Hopkins can do. We gotta see what they can do.
Hopkins is not there. He's with Tennessee.
You're right. I keep forgetting that.
Dave Flowers, who they drafted, is.
Zay Flowers, and then they still have Bateman on that team. You still have one of the better tight ends in the league, in Andrews. Their offensive line is
what is
building.
the over under is what?
10.5.
10.5 for the Ravens.
I'm gonna go under.
That's a tough division, though.
Yeah, Bengals and Browns and Steelers are all gonna be tough.
That's a tough division.
I'm gonna say under.
They're going to beat the crap out of each other, I feel like. Plus, but here's the thing. Go look at Baltimore's schedule. Their strength of schedule, I think, is one of the easiest in football. It's crazy.
Probably, yeah, that makes sense because
It's
AFC South
crazy
is-
easy to
AFC
rate
South
these
is
guys. It's a
NFC
joke.
West. Yeah, that sounds right.
It's a joke. Their schedule's a joke. I could easily. Here's the thing. 2 teams I could easily see sneaking up and being the number 1 seed in the AFC. You ready? You're gonna call me crazy. Baltimore, I could see 1. I could 100% see the Jacksonville Jaguars with their schedule getting 13 wins and being the number 1 seed in the AFC with that schedule. I
I
could
can
see
see
that, and just everybody is gonna be like, you were picking the Jets and the Bengals and the Ravens.
Let's have an
and
extremely
the
hard schedule.
What, the Jaguars?
Jets.
They're
Yeah, the Jets do have a hard time.
It's insane. I think they're going to win 12 games, but I think that's going to be very, very good with that schedule.
Here, let me see the Jaguars' schedule.
But I'm looking at the Ravens right now, and you said it was 10.5 is the over-under?
Yep.
Yeah.
They have a lot of games that look like they could be very, very tight, and I think they definitely can go under on that.
Here's the Jaguar schedule. All right. Here it is. Open up against the Colts. Win home against the Chiefs. They're home. Home, that could go either way. We don't know. Home against Houston. Okay, so they're 2-1. Home against Atlanta, 3-1. At Buffalo, I would say loss, 3-2. Home against the Colts, win. At the Saints, win. 5-2 right there. At Pittsburgh, loss. Home against the 49ers. I don't know because the 49ers are traveling. It's a 1 o'clock game, West Coast team. I'm not sure, but I'll give them a loss. What is it, 5-3? Tennessee, win.
Oh, wait, who's that quarterback this year for the
Purdy.
Is it Hurts?
Start for the 49ers.
Purdy.
Yeah.
He did come back?
Yeah, it's Purdy.
He recovered faster than expected.
Texans win. Home against the Bengals. Win. They're home at Cleveland. Home against Baltimore. At Tampa. Home against Carolina. At Tennessee. I mean, and you look at their tough games, right? The Cincinnati game, they're home. You look at the Chiefs game, they're home. The 49ers game, they're home. And by the way, Buffalo, they don't go to Buffalo, by the way. That's a home game for the Bills, and they're going to London for that game. So you take that away from them. So the Jaguars looked out. The Jaguars really looked out. They might win 12 or 13 games on this schedule. They might. It wouldn't shock me. Would not surprise me.
Yeah.
What's their over
Definitely
there,
do.
Speedy?
Jacksonville is 9.5.
Oh my
Over.
God. I would take that in 5 seconds. Just swing it now.
So what's the next team?
Let's do an NFC one. The Seahawks, 8.5.
I'm going to go over. I'm definitely going to go over on that one.
I got to see Gino do it again. He's still
He
got
has some good
Metcalf.
weapons.
He's got Metcalf. He's got Lockett. Right? He's got the running back. They're always going to play hard for Carroll. Right? That's always what their big thing is. They always will play hard for Carroll. Oh, man. That's a hard one. Kenneth Walker's a good running back, too. It's going to come down to them or San Fran for that division, man. It's hard. It's hard.
They have a pretty easy schedule, to be honest.
NFC East, AFC North. That could be tough, but they do have they did improve.
Well, they play the Titans. They play Arizona twice.
You got the Rams
They
twice.
play the Panthers.
You got the Panthers. That's 5.
They play the Rams, who that's gonna. I don't.
Yeah, as I said, so it's 2 against the Rams, 2 against the Cardinals. That's 4 against the Panthers. 5.
And they have Titans.
Yeah.
That's they could easily get 10 wins.
Yeah, I could see them win. I guess I'll go over with that one. That's a tough one, but I'll go over. I might place a bet on the Jaguars one. That's an easy one. Oh my God. Oh, they're if the Jaguars don't go 5-1 at worst in that division, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Because Trevor Lawrence is about to take the stage, by the way, just to let you all know.
Oh yeah.
He is 100% about to take over and be in that conversation with Burrow, Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, all those guys. He's about to be in the conversation with all of them. He's right there. Give me one more, Speedy.
All right, let's finish it off with the least clutch team in football, the LA Chargers.
LA Chargers, baby.
9.5. You know I got under.
Of course you're going to go.
I got
Listen.
9. I've been winning exactly 9.
All right, so listen. I was seeing Phantom of the Opera with my wife. I was texting Speedy during intermission. My wife went to go get something. I was texting him. The Chargers were winning 28-0.
Oh God.
And I texted Speedy. I said, "Oh, it's over. It's done. The Jaguars were a sham." And Speedy texted me back, "Yeah, you're right. You got that right." I get back to the hotel room. I turn the game on. The Jaguars are winning. And I said, "What the hell happened?" I didn't understand it. I said, what? And you know what the even worst part about the whole thing is? They kept Staley on. I would have made Staley walk back to to LA. The fact that you let him even get on the plane and go back to LA, sham.
You would have pulled the Panthers and fired him off the bus.
100%. Oh, not even close. Make him take a. Dude, screw you. You're not even taking an Uber. You're taking a Lyft. All right, screw you. That's what you're doing. All right.
I think
You're
on
not
the
even
West
worthy
Coast,
of an Uber.
I think on the West Coast, the Uber is definitely more popular. Not Uber, I'm sorry, Lyft.
Well, then he's taking Uber. Then screw him. Is there a third company?
Probably.
There's got to be one. He's taking that
bike.
He's taking. He's taking a bike. He's good. It's like the city bikes in the city, but they probably have them
Those
in Florida
electric
somewhere.
scooters, get on there and.
No, he don't even get that. He's got to pedal his way back to LA. Screw him. Blow a 28-0 lead. Are you serious? And then and then Errol was sitting there telling me, "Oh, J.C. Jackson was out for that game, dude. They're up 28-0. I don't care if Joey Bosa missed the rest of the game." Unbelievable. Is there another one, Speedy, you want to give that's intriguing to you before we get to our picks?
Let's see.
The Commanders.
I like Washington's a good one. What are they? They're probably, 7.5?
No, there's a 6.5.
6.5.
Over.
That seems definitely over. That seems weirdly low.
I definitely would say over. I like Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest right now. For that division, we can all agree Eagles are probably going to win it.
Eagles and the Cowboys are 1-2.
Yes, and then I'm going to say actually it's going to be the Commanders and then the Giants. I said it earlier, I think the Giants are going to fall back down to reality.
Speedy, do you hear this? Those are fighting words he's telling you.
I'm sorry. I don't believe.
He's not sorry. Don't let him say he's
believe
sorry.
it.
He's not sorry. He means it.
I am. Oh, you're right. I'm not sorry. He's the. I don't believe
right now. Look, he's going to tell you right to your face, Speedy. If he could, he would go right to your house and tell you the Giants are going to suck.
Do you want me to call you up after this is over and I'll tell you on the phone too?
He's going to tell you he's going to tell you. He's going to say the Giants. What's the Giants over under?
7.5.
He's going to tell you under. I know Low's going to tell you under.
6 wins.
Whee! Say that.
Errol is going to be winning that bet so early with Brandon Jacobs that Brandon Jacobs is going to be begging him to call it off.
Hey, listen, you know what Speedy gets out of that? Speedy gets a free meal and a ticket to a Jets-Giants game and a suite or whatever.
You know what? Actually,
yeah, I care more about the actual game than what the at the time.
We should try and sneak it in a little bit and try and hey, you know what? Have more bets afterwards in the game because based off of how the Jets and Giants are going or how I think they're going to go, you're probably going to lose all your money.
Well, I care more about the actual game outcome for the Jets and the Giants rather than the record because I feel like the Giants are not going to be as high anyway because the Giants have 2 back-to-back road trips in the beginning of the season too, and then they have another one after the Jets game too, and one of them is against Miami and Buffalo back-to-back.
All right, listen.
All I'm hoping for is Lawrence Cager game touchdown against the New York Jets.
What is Miami's over/under?
Miami, actually, that was the last one I was actually going to give you. Ironically, 9.5. Under.
You have the Jets and the Bills going to have 2 very good offenses.
Did you see? I think the Jets was at what? The Jets was at 9.5 too.
Jets was also 9.5.
Just going over, but you're going to have the Dolphins.
He's jumping the Jets are going over. Smack it on the table.
The Dolphins have no secondary. Almost all their cornerbacks are injured. And now you're going to
the Dolphins get to replace Jalen Ramsey with the great Eli Apple.
But then you're going to have they didn't even know who he was, by the way.
I just think what's funny about this whole thing with Ramsey and Howard was when my first ever episode with Errol and Speedy, when I did Sports Lab Mass with them, they yelled at each other for 30 minutes about Xavier Howard versus Jalen Ramsey and other teammates together.
So they're all injured. And you have the Bills who are going to be very good offensively. You have the Jets who are going to be very good offensively. They play them 4 games. Now, we already know that the schedule for the teams in that division is going to be very hard.
Now, I will say this.
I don't think the Dolphins are going to be very good, but I don't think it's going to be because of they're a bad team. I think, one, you have a scrambled egg as a quarterback, and then you have no depth in your secondary. I think that's just going to screw.
I just want to say this. Ron's doing this whole Jet talk-up thing. If the Jets have a miserable year, God, oh, God, is it going to just – it's going to kill –
You know what, though? I got
this organization, this
credit. Woody Johnson went out and he did.
Joe Douglas did it.
No, but he allowed him to go do it.
Here's what the Jets have to
Well,
do.
the owner doesn't want to pay. They're not going to be getting Aaron freaking Rodgers.
Here's what we're gonna before we go to a commercial break, because we gotta take a break really quick, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna do our picks and stuff. Here's what we gotta do. Here's the thing. The New York Jets need to stop talking. Stop talking. Let your play dictate the field. I don't want DJ Reed saying they're like the 85 Bears. Okay, the 85 Bears lost one game. Arguably the greatest team of all time.
I didn't like that comment.
Okay? Stop talking. Enough. Because I gotta tell you, if they have a bad year this year, oh my God.
I was very
It is going to be awful. My dad would be happy because he gets a pick.
I was very upset about Kawhi leaving.
What happened?
I was very upset about Kawhi Alexander leaving. I liked him a lot.
Trust me.
I thought he was good.
Jamie Sherwood is going to be very good. I like Jamie Sherwood.
Yeah, but I think they should have brought Kawhi Alexander back.
They don't. Here's the thing, Alexander. When you look at his numbers statistically, and Speedy, you saw the numbers too, right? And everything, right? We've seen them before. When you actually look, he was one of the top players with missed tackles, and he wasn't an every down player. So when you look at Sherwood, who's had a very good preseason, when you look at Sherwood also being young and he's got a lot of speed, the thing about Sherwood that he can do is he can cover tight ends. Quan could not do that. That's the biggest thing.
That's very true.
Quan could not do that. Sherwood is a fast, because here's the thing. Sherwood, you could play him on the outside at linebacker. You could play him at middle. Didn't he also do a little safety at Auburn too?
We thought he did. He said he didn't when he was on the show.
They said on the draft that he did.
Yeah, no, we actually thought that too when he was on the show. He actually said he did not.
So what do you think about CJ Uzomah? Do you think he's going to be going back to how he played with the Bengals? Or
he's going to be more of a red zone guy. I think you're going to see a lot of Conklin.
I like Conklin last year.
You're going to see a ton. I'm telling you this now. You're going to see a ton of Jeremy Rucker. A ton.
Really? I think so.
You're going to see a lot. Honestly, right now,
I'm rooting for Jeremy Rucker. He's a big Islander fan.
The thing of is on the depth chart. You should tell him to pull his pants down. There you go. You get excited on that.
I'm just saying
He's going to get fired for that.
The thing about it is, Uzomah is honestly a third. He's a third tight end on this team.
You really
That's
think
what he
so?
is. You look at the depth. You're going to see him, and you're going to see Lazard, two big bodies in the red zone. That's generally that's when you're going to see them. And that's what Uzomah is at this point. I wouldn't be shocked if he's cut after the year because his salary's not guaranteed after this year. It wouldn't surprise me.
It depends on Rucker and how he does.
Oh,
If
Rucker's
he
going to
does too well, then they're not going to cut him.
Rucker's going to thrive. Uzomah will be going after this year. Lawson's going to be going after this year because you're going to have Jermaine and McDonald ready to take over as two pass rushers on the edge on rookie contracts. You could take Lawson's salary. You could sign Bryce Huff with that. Or you can trade Bryce Huff and you can maybe get Devontae Adams at the deadline. We'll get into more of that. We're going to take a quick break, Speedy. We'll do one commercial, and the two of you are coming right back when we do our picks live right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Game on!
Game on!
We're back.
Hey, Caleb!
Listening to Game On with Josh Silverberg.
Where's Speedy? Speedy's supposed to be here. There he is. Where are you, Speed? Can you wave hi? Hey, hi, everybody. You ready for the Jets this year? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you are? Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. He's ready for the Jets this year. Say hi, everybody.
Hi. Hey,
Well,
Caleb.
We're going to do some picks.
Oh, is Caleb doing picks with us? All right, all right. Everyone, we have to let Caleb go first.
Any clap hands? You ready to do some picks? Yay! Yeah, let's do some picks. Ready to do some picks? Yeah. Okay, we'll do some picks. Okay. Bear with me if I leave the camera for a second. All right. So there he goes. All right. Okay. You guys are gonna do the first game. So Speedy, what is the first game?
I have it as the Vikings and the Buccaneers as the first game.
Vikings Buccaneers. All right, Lyle, you go first.
Okay, he's gone. Who are we doing? Vikings Buccaneers.
I guess he froze, but
okay, Vikings Buccaneers. I would definitely say the Vikings.
Vikings. I have the Vikings as well, and I think Tampa will keep it close in the first half with their defense, but I can't imagine.
It'll be interesting how they do without Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's the only thing because the Vikings. Their weakness last year was stretching the field.
Yeah.
So next, I don't know where Josh is. I'm trying to see. Yeah, right. So Panthers Falcons is the next one I have.
Go Falcons.
All right, I got Carolina. Both these teams are very new all at once. The Falcons, a lot of free agents on defense, and a lot of new pieces on offense too. Kind of a positionless offense. Panthers, yeah, new coaching staff, new quarterback, but I do like Bryce Young a lot. I think if he's on, he's going to be a not the off-field issues, but the talent-wise, he'll be a smaller Deshaun Watson.
I think that like we mentioned earlier, the Falcons have some nice weapons on offense, and I think that gives them the edge for me. I think that Falcons are going to win this game.
All right, so Josh, we did Vikings, Buccaneers, and we did Panthers, Falcons.
Okay, you did Vikings, Buccaneers. Vikings, I'll take that one. What was the other one?
And Panthers, Falcons. Lyle had the Falcons. I have the Panthers.
Falcons. Are they home, the Falcons?
Yes.
Falcons.
All right, Texans and the Ravens.
Ravens, stop.
Yeah,
Ravens, yeah.
I got the Ravens, too. I definitely think this one is going to be under. Another one I think will be under Titans.
Speedy, where's the music?
It's there.
Where's I don't hear it. I got to hear it.
It's there. No.
Okay, I hear it now. Got it. Okay. The next one is what? Bengals at Browns?
All right, Bengals at Browns, sir.
All right, are we going in your order?
Yeah, go in Speedy's order.
All right.
We'll go in Speedy's order. Go.
All right. So we'll do Bengals and Browns, then we'll go my order the rest of the way.
Okay. Bengals at Browns. Okay. Okay. Bengals at Browns. I'm gonna go Bengals in this one. I don't know if Cleveland is there just yet. With Watson, I have to see if he's fully back yet. I know Cleveland usually does play well, by the way, against Cincinnati, and they always give the Bengals fits. But listen, Burrow just got this contract, and he earned every bit of it.
He did.
And to me, I think this is a prime. Now, look, they're missing some pieces on the defense. Okay, Cincinnati. Okay, so and everything like that. They lost the safety this year.
Two safeties.
Yeah, they lost both safeties. So you lose that. So you take that into account. I still like the Bengals in this game, but I would not be surprised if the Browns won this one. And the Browns have talent. Let's not forget Watson, Chubb, Cooper, okay, Njoku.
More.
And they have a nice defense with Myles Garrett, who's one of the best pass rushers in football. Denzel Ward at corner can easily shut down Jamar Chase. I wouldn't say easy, a strong word. But the thing is, the Bengals have so many weapons.
I'm going to go Bengals also. I'm just not 100% sure about Deshaun Watson yet. I didn't think he looked great last season when he came back. And I think, yeah, he'll have a full year, full training camp, full summer. But I'm still not 100% sold yet. He had a lot of time off. And in the past, we've seen guys take time off, and they didn't do great when they returned.
I actually am going to be on the Browns, though, because here's the thing. Josh is right. The Browns have won 4 straight in Cleveland against the Bengals. So they have a good track record. They blew them out last year, too, when the Browns were playing with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. And the Browns defense with Jim Schwartz now, they're going to be much better coached now, too. And I like the Bengals' talent. I think they're going to end up still being a top seed in the AFC. But I do think it'll take a while for those new pieces to gel on defense. So I have the Browns, but I think it'll be a high-scoring game. All right. Next, we got the Titans at the Saints.
Saints, they're home. Carr's first game. Let me tell you something. Olave is going to be a top 10 receiver by the end of the season with those numbers, with that in that stadium. With I don't know what Carr is. Now, listen, Kamara's out the first 4 games with his suspension. Okay? They have a great defense. We know this. I like the Saints in this one. It's a no-brainer for me. I think this will give Carr some confidence because he needs it because he's been down the last 2 years with Vegas, considering how he was treated by them. Give me the Saints in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Saints also. I think they're going to have an underrated team. Josh hit a lot of the points. You're going to have Carr. And like I said, also, I am a fan of Olave also. I'm going to have the Saints winning this game.
Yeah, I got the Saints as well. I think it'll be a tight, low-scoring game. No Kamara will hurt them at certain points, but I think their defense will be able to do enough against Derrick Henry because they normally stop the run very well, even losing a couple defensive linemen this offseason. I think they'll be okay in that sense. The Titans' defense, though, getting healthy will make it tough. I think it'll be a close game, but I have the Saints as well. All right, Jacksonville at the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, I love the Jaguars. Give me the Jaguars. It's easy. Lawrence, Kirk. Now you add Ridley. You have Etienne at running back. They have a nice offensive line. That defense is underrated. Really underrated, that defense. I like it a lot. Plus, when you have Doug Pearson there, it's huge. Anthony Richardson, he's a rookie. I think he can be good, Richardson. The problem is Irsay is a fool. He wants him to start right away. I don't think he should be. That's my opinion. But we'll see. I mean, look, Richardson looked good in the preseason. You saw those flash plays, right? You saw them where you went with the wow factor. Look at that arm strength. Look at him in the pocket. Look at him roll out and create and generate something. Now, they have no weapons for him. Jonathan Taylor's out. It's a big thing.
Yep.
So give me the Jaguars in this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jaguars, too. Like I said, you have no Taylor, and you have a rookie quarterback. Always going to be rough for them against a team like the Jaguars. I think they're going to be coming out like a storm, and they're going to come out and they're going to just dismantle them and make a real statement week 1.
Yeah, I have the Jags too. Now, the one thing I think will keep this game close for a while, though, the Jags did struggle last year against running quarterbacks. So Richardson, I think, will be able to run in this game. The question is, like you were saying, Josh, how much he's going to be able to actually throw the ball.
Plus, really quick, Speedy, before
yeah.
You can't change. You can't fix size. You can't fix size. He's a big dude. Was he 6'5"?
Yeah. No, his athleticism's off the charts.
You can't fix that. That is.
I wish you could fix size, and
Well, yeah. I mean,
I wish you could fix size too, so the Giants could have actually a receiver that is bigger than 5'10" and 180 pounds.
Yeah, that would be. Well, listen, I think Hyatt's going to be good for the Giants. So you should be excited about that, Speedy. But then again, I said the same thing about Tony, and we want to.
Oh,
but.
You mean Kadarius Toney, the choke artist of last night?
The human joystick where the joystick was broken.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'll leave it at that.
Out of order. But yeah, I have the Jags in this game. But again, I think Richardson's rushing will keep it close. The Colts defense can be tough, but they struggled in the beginning of the season last year, and I think that's going to have some issues with some new parts as well on that defensive side of the ball.
And they hired the right coach. He fits well. The Philly offensive coordinator. Going to fit well with that.
Oh yeah, I don't think he's a bad coach. I think it'll take him a little while.
He's gonna fit well in that structure.
Yeah,
with Richardson. It's gonna
but
fit
yeah,
well.
This game I got Jacksonville. We did Bengals Browns. All right, 49ers and the Steelers.
Oh, this is hard. This is probably the hardest game because here's the thing that I always look at: West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast for a 1:00 start. Very difficult to translate into success. We're really going to get to see what Brock Purdy is. Brock Purdy, I like Brock Purdy. I like him. He won 7 games last year. Who knows if they win that? Everybody says, they weren't going to beat the Eagles in that championship game. How the hell do we know? We don't know. We don't know. We have no idea. What if Purdy was unbelievable? We have no idea. So to me, he beat Dallas last year. Dallas had one of the best defenses in football. I like Kenny Pickett, though. And I like what they're doing in Pittsburgh. They're always going to play tough for Tomlin. They always will play tough for Tomlin. It's going to come down to, I think, a last-second thing. And when that happens, we saw Purdy in that 2-minute offense last season. How well he does. He's got Debo. He's got McCaffrey. He's got Ayuk. He's got Kittle. That defense is the best defense in football, especially now with Bosa coming back. I like the 49ers in this one. I think it's going to be a defensive matchup, though, in this game because the Steelers' defense has gotten a million times better than where it was. It almost feels like the steel curtain is kind of coming back for Pittsburgh, and it feels like that. I'm going to take the 49ers in a close one. I'm not confident about it, but I'll take them close.
I'm going to confidently say the 49ers. I just have not seen Pickett have that game yet where he can compete with a defense like the 49ers. And that's the difference for me. I don't think he's there yet. I think by the end of the year he could be. But right now I don't think he will be. I think that the 49ers are going to definitely easily win this game.
I have the Steelers in this one, actually, because I don't know how Brock Purdy's going to come back. Because
that's fair.
He's recovering very early from this injury. I thought he was going to be out another month. And also the Niners use a lot of slot concepts too. And that Minkah Fitzpatrick playing a lot of slot corner coming up as a safety could be a big X factor for them too. I like Joey Porter too as a draft pick on the outside. And the 49ers offensive line is actually kind of concerning this year too.
It is very much so.
Losing a couple guys on the interior, and the Steelers love to blitz too. So
they lost McGlinchey.
They lost McGlinchey. Ben, I'm drawing a blank on the name.
Honestly, when you look at the offensive line, other than Trent Williams, Speedy, there's nobody I could sit
Aaron
there
Banks is pretty good too, but they don't have much besides
I could sit there and I could say, wow, this is a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is not what it was the last 2 years.
And, the Steelers have a tough interior. They like to blitz a lot. I think that's going to make it harder on some guys. I think McCaffrey does play well. I like Ayuk in this game, but I don't really see much besides that. And I also think the Steelers' receiving depth could be an X factor too. The Niners have a lot of corners coming back from injury too, so I like the Steelers in the upset as well.
Okay.
You guys have the 49ers, but I know you were tempted to pick them, Josh.
I was tempted to pick Pittsburgh. I could be wrong, and I will fully take blame if I am wrong for that. And I will sit here next Friday and I will say, damn, I should have picked Pittsburgh.
It's very fair to be worried about Purdy. It's a very fair worry to be, like you said, I thought he was still out. I didn't think he was even back yet.
I thought he was going to be too. I thought he was going to miss like the first month or so.
That's a very serious injury that he had. And that's a very, very fair reason to pick the Steelers to be worried about him.
I guess once they traded Lance, it made it obvious that he's ready.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah.
Or you don't know. They could pick Sam Darnold. They could have went with him for a little bit.
Oh, Lyle, you should have seen the one of our guests we had on a couple of weeks ago on the Sports Lab House, ex-Giant quarterback Anthony Wright. He picked the Jets to go to the Super Bowl, and he's like, I was torn with who the NFC would be. I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if it was the 49ers and Sam Darnold was starting against the Jets and Robert Saleh and all the ex-49ers on the Jets?
It wouldn't have shocked me. You laugh. I
didn't say it would shock me. I'm just saying.
I thought Darnold was going to fit like a glove in that Shanahan offense, and I said, you watch.
It's possible. The other one I brought up to him too was the Seahawks, so that would be funny. Geno Smith and Jamal Adams against the Jets too.
Yeah, okay, relax there, Chip, bro.
All right, next one we got the tanking Arizona Cardinals against the Commanders.
Washington.
Definitely Washington.
All right, we'll make this one quick. Washington. All right, next one will be the Packers at the Bears. Christian Watson has been ruled out as well, Josh. I know you were mentioning that earlier.
He has been ruled out. Christian Watson
and the Bears. Christian Watson for Green Bay is
Watson is out. Okay. Boy, it's tough. It's hard because here's the thing. I expect Green Bay's defense to be legit this year. I don't know what went wrong with them last year. No idea. That defense on paper should be a top 5 defense, and they just added Van Ness in the draft. You would think that would help their pass rushing issues. All that. Jair is going to be good again, I think. I don't know. It's hard because, here's the thing. Watson, Errol definitely texted that on that comment. Oh, man. Let me tell you. I'm going to go. What's the line in that, Speedy?
The line, good question. That is
probably like 1.5.
Wait.
Probably changed because Watson's out.
Hold on, I went back to the other spread. I think it was a pick 'em before that.
Yeah.
Now it is
Chicago's probably favored by 1.5 or 2.
Chicago. Yeah. Yeah, but no, still by just a point.
It's
still
1. Okay.
It's a point. It's still
Right.
essentially a pick 'em.
We're gonna be done soon. I'm gonna go. God, I'm gonna take the Bears.
See, I'm going with pure gut feeling here. Because I think in the 50-50 matchup, I'm going to go Packers.
All right, I got the Bears as well. I had the Bears anyway, even before Watson was out, because I don't like the matchup. I know that you said the Packers defense still can be good, which I do believe because they had a lot of injuries last year, but they're still really bad against the run, even when they have been healthy.
Well, like I said, they added Van Ness, so you hope that helps it.
Maybe it's one player. They don't have a lot. Besides Kenny Clark, they don't have a lot up front either, and the Packers have refused.
They got Rashawn. They got Gary.
He's a linebacker. They use him more as a linebacker, which is
but you could use him on the interior. They do that sometimes.
He's a weird prototype. Like, he's a good player, but he's a weird prototype to trust. I think the Bears do a lot of outside running, so I think that's going to make it hard for them. And the Bears defense, the biggest thing you can expose is that secondary, which is all very young, but without Watson, that's going to be very hard for them to do, especially in only Jordan Love's second start. So I got the Bears.
All right, let's go quickly with these next few.
All right, Raiders at the Broncos.
Easy. Broncos next. Everybody got Broncos?
I'm going to go with the Broncos too, yeah.
All right, yep. We're all on the Broncos. Eagles and the Patriots.
Eagles.
Eagles I got as well. Dolphins and the Chargers.
That's
Chargers, 100%.
That's a tough game.
Nah, he's gonna.
I have Miami. I think it'll be a shootout because I don't like the Chargers secondary.
Yeah, he hates the Chargers.
Nah, he's gonna throw right into that secondary of the Dolphins.
I tell you, man.
High scoring game though.
Yeah, definitely high scoring. Definitely, I would smash the over.
You know what? I'm going to take the Dolphins. I don't trust the Chargers, man. They give me PTSD from last year, dude. I'm still pissed at them. Assholes. Excuse my French. Oh, sorry.
Rams and the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
I got Seattle, but I think it'll be closer than people expect. I think the Rams will cover.
Yeah, I think Stafford will keep them close.
Yeah, right. I did too. Because they always play close.
No
Rams
Cup,
and
though.
Seahawks have a very weird rivalry.
Remember, no Cooper Kupp, though.
No, that's true, but I do like Tyler Higbee. The Seahawks always struggle with tight ends.
Yeah.
And Sunday Night Football, Cowboys and the Giants.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys.
I got Dallas as well. And then Monday Night Football, the Bills and the Jets.
No Von Miller?
Yeah, we'll see how the Jets' offensive line. They're kind of scrambling some pieces together, too. I don't know.
Yep, Dwayne Brown back.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Looked good on the right tackle.
Listen.
Thomason looked good in preseason.
Listen, I know there's no Von Miller. The Buffalo Bills pass rush is still legit.
It is still good, but
let's not discount what they are.
We beat them last year when they had no Von Miller.
Yeah, I know, but here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna pick the Jets, but now I know Arrowhead at what 30-20.
Yeah.
Speedy, you're going with Buffalo. I know
I'm going with Buffalo. I like the tight end matchups too much.
You're going with the Jets. I think it's gonna be. I'm gonna go Jets. I'm going to say 24-17.
I also think the prime time could be a factor, too, because the Jets don't have a lot of
experience. Well, hey, now, hold on.
They work for the Lions. I get that.
Have you not seen Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers in prime time. I'm talking about the rest of the team. Aaron Rodgers, I think, is going to play well in this game.
Aaron Rodgers is, I believe, what, 9-0 in his career on Monday Night Football, or 13-0?
No. Aaron Rodgers is going to play well in this game. I'm more worried about the running backs still question marks with Breece Hall's injury.
Dalvin Cook. How much did Cook though? How much did he train before he signed?
Yeah, and also the offensive line still. I have still some concerns.
See, I like the offensive line still.
I think
it played well during the preseason.
I think the offensive. I think you're going to see Mekhi be the Mekhi from when he was a rookie. And Dwayne Brown played well on one shoulder last year. Let's not discount that he did played well on one shoulder last year. Listen, I have to see it with the Jets. They're talking way too much. They need to shut up and just play the freaking game. It's annoying me. The DJ Reed comment really pissed me off. And with Buffalo, you lose Tremaine Edmonds. Micah Hyde's not going to be 100% with his back issue. We know this. We know Diggs and Allen hate each other. Clearly, that's been known. The Bills don't have an offensive line. They don't have a running attack. I want to know how are the Bills going to sustain the Jets' pass rush. I
think Allen running will be an X factor too, because and
that's the thing. Jermaine Johnson And Quinn Williams did very well against the run.
They
last
did.
year with Josh
They did
Allen.
very well against Allen. They contained him
Josh
well.
Allen had one of his worst rushing games of the season last year against the Jets defensive line. Now you add McDonald to the mix. I just don't know. And the thing of it is, if you stop Diggs, here's the thing. If you take Diggs out of the mix, we saw this in the playoffs, right, against Cincinnati. You take Diggs out of the equation, I can't trust Gabe Davis. Who you gonna trust, Kincaid or Knox?
I think the tight ends. Yeah, that's what I'm mainly thinking.
But
The Jets have new safeties and
are
interesting
they-
linebackers.
You're going to take
Are
a
they
solid
game-
defense, and you're going to think that he's not going to be able to take that into factor or be able to adjust. I don't know.
Here's my X factor.
think
You
you will.
ready? It's gonna sound crazy. You wanna know who my X factor in this game is? Jamie and Sherwood. Jamie and Sherwood is starting on this team because he has the speed to be able to cover a tight end. That's why he's here. We know CJ Mosley cannot cover a tree, let alone a tight end. Okay, we know. Okay, let's call it like it is. Okay, he literally. The thing of it, I have to see, because this pass rush is real and it's coming, and let's not discount Matt Milano. Okay, Matt Milano is one of the best linebackers in football. If they take out Garrett Wilson, which again, very much can, I'm asking Lazard, I'm asking Hardman, I'm asking other guys to step up and be those guys. Okay, you have to. Okay. That's the question I have. And is Rodgers going to get frustrated on the field like he's done in the past? Is he? He's done it before. He says he's not doing that approach this year. I'll see it when I believe it. I'm going with the Jets in this one, okay? I would not be surprised if Buffalo won and it takes a few weeks to get the kinks out for this team. Listen, if the Jets win week 1, they're off to a fast start. They're on the road in Dallas, and we know how Rodgers does in Dallas. So, I mean, it's a no. So, I'll take the Jets in this one. Lyle's taking the Jets. Speedy, you're taking Buffalo. If it's anything like you picking the Knicks to lose to Cleveland and the Rangers winning against the Devils last year, well, we know what the result's going to be. So, that'll be you know, Speedy was 0 for 2 in the MSG parade last year.
Funny thing is, Lyle, I obviously we weren't here for the hockey bet. I actually picked the Vegas right to win the cup, but I literally only picked like 3 other series. Like besides Vegas, I picked like 2 other series total.
That was Caleb screaming, just to let everybody know.
I didn't even
happy
hear it.
form. All right. Well, listen, let's do buzzer beater quick. CM Punk is fired. AEW fans rejoice. He's probably going to Impact Wrestling. So on and so forth. Lyle, thank you so much for coming on tonight, man.
I just want to say, as my buzzer beater, I want to say I cannot get over the fact that Tom Brady, who grew up a 49ers fan, the part owner of the Raiders.
Well, because they needed the money. That's why.
But he bought his rival team.
He's fine.
Can you picture me if I became rich buying a part of the Rangers?
Yes. All right. Well, listen, Lyle, thank you for so much for tuning in, my man, and for joining us tonight.
Of course,
I
thank you for having me on.
Of course, dude. Anytime. You're more than welcome to come on anytime. We're going to keep track of those picks. Speedy, always a pleasure. You're the man, as he's talking to Errol probably right now, and everything like that. So on and so forth. What did Errol say? He said, get off.
He got in trouble.
No, he didn't say anything. I just heard a noise.
Okay. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Check us out on worldwidesportsradio.com. You can check out the Sports Loudmouth with Speedy Petey. Check out the Weekend Crunch, of course, on 103.9 FM. The Wise Guys, the betting show. The Herd is back for the Buffalo Bills show. We have all that and so many other great platforms. Thank you, Speedy, of course, for always doing your job and being the best producer. Thank you, Lyle, for joining tonight. Thank you to the fans. Listen, enjoy your weekend of football. If you struggle with YouTube TV this week, I'm sorry. That sucks. Can't help it. Welcome to the new age of watching football. Have a good one, everybody. Enjoy your week 1 action. Take care. This has been Game On the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.